That, I think, is the biggest issue that Peyton has to overcome because, look, it's going to result in some ugly games. If he just turns Bo Nix loose and, like, we're going to chuck it all over, we're going to throw it downfield, we're not going to dink and dunk, we're not going to throw 11 screen passes, we're going to, let him play like he played in the fourth quarter. You're going to end up with a game where he throws 4 picks. You just are. And it's going to be ugly, and when you're a control freak, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because I think to be a good head coach, you have to be type A and kind of a control freak.
Yeah, the details matter.
But it's kind of letting it out of your hands, and every once in a while it's going to be a disaster. I think you got to learn to live with that because the risk is worth the reward. And that's why I think Brian Daboll's been able to find more success with Jackson Dart early because he just is like, wing it, kid. And you know what? Every once in a while, you're going to throw a pick to Justin Sternett because you don't see him. That's what's going to happen.
Yes. Well, I mean, I would look at it this way. At what point does Bo Nix start to feel that pressure? And at what point, like, we've praised him for standing up to Sean Payton on the sideline and letting him know, hey, that's not what I saw. This is what's working. When does it just kind of, he go Willie Beeman from any given Sunday? And, like, you can call that play. I don't like it. At some point, it seems because those type of personalities, and I agree with you, he likes the details too, and I think Bo Nix is a very smart player. But at some point or another, you're just going to keep butting heads to where you got to last Sunday through 3 quarters, and Bo Nix worrying about how he's going to answer questions that they got shut out.
Yeah, and I think it's, again, not to put him in the Elway category. I think that's unfair to Bo Nix. But if you look at the progression of John Elway's career, a lot of those crazy comebacks were early in his career, and he was awful for 3 quarters. Like, I sat through most of those games, right? And it was like, oh, my God, this is brutal. And all of a sudden, there's this magic that was happening. And then later in his career, after he was under Fossil and then with Shanahan, he became more of a high percentage passer and all the rest of that stuff. I think we need to see a little bit of that right now. They need to let Bo Nix be that way because right now his greatest strength is his ability to move around and make plays and his arm. That's his greatest strength. And over time, his greatest strength is going to become how he sees the game and seeing the game like Sean Payton sees it. He just ain't there right now.